And we're just going to get into a 90-90 bend with the legs. So forward legs bent at a 90, back legs bent at a 90 as well. So try not to have this foot tucked in behind you. You're going to fan it out a little bit into a nice square bend in that knee. Deep sigh, nice opening breath, get long through that spine. And right now all we're just kind of doing is rocking into the hip and rocking into the pelvis and just kind of getting that process to open a little bit. If you're in Australia, it's morning for you, so morning time is a good time to do this sort of a thing, because it's going to help get the kinks out from sleeping and help set you up for the rest of the day. Now if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, North America, Canada, it's nighttime for you, getting into the evening, so this would be a good thing to kind of help wind down with. Make sure you just kind of go into a nice even flow with it, you know, some meditative breathing, some calming things. So just, you know, don't get your heart rate up if you're doing this kind of a flow. You're just calming and relaxing and doing some deep breathing, diaphragmatic breathing, to help you relax for bed. You don't want to amp up your energy level right now because you are trying to keep your circadian rhythm in a natural sleep pattern. Yep. Okay, so now we've rocked in and out of that hip, just kind of open it up, and when you come back, this is going to be a bit testy here. You might find yourself really limited in this range, so just kind of tease it, ask it to open up a little bit more. All right, and then from where the femur goes into the pelvis, we're just going to try to shift that part of the leg back and forth through the pelvic joint, just trying to shift the ball socket where it enters the pelvis. All right, just driving that back and driving that forward. Okay. Good. Stay tall through here, and then we're going to shift to the other side. Oh. So you might notice some cramping as you adopt these positions. Your body's going to be, you know, questioning what you're asking it to do in some cases. So just invite it to join you along the journey. And so we're just rocking back and forth, opening up that hip, trying to tease this backward lean here a little bit, back and forth. All right, just get everything to open up and loosen. Stay tall, open up the lungs, and then drive the hip, the femur forward and back in the hip socket. Okay, one thing I'm going to throw in here, a little surprise, didn't do this last time. I want you to take your knee right here and lift it up. Okay, stay tall, keep the hip forward. Put your hand on your hip if you can, keep it forward, and then I want you to lift the knee. See how far you can get it off the ground and back down. So lift and come back down. Stay tall. Keep the pelvis from rolling back. Keep it forward. Drive the hip, knee up. And then we're going to go to the foot. So you're going to raise that foot, come up and down. So we want to get some flexibility through that hip socket, get strength through the range of motion for the leg, and get circulation and blood flow going through there as well. Oh, okay, cramp. So you guys, this is fun. You get to see me in my pain as well. All right. Okay, so coming back to the side, we're going to go back. We're going to visit that knee lift and that foot lift up here. So just keeping the pelvis forward, chest stays forward over the knee, nice and long. Lift that knee up. Just going to do it about 6 times. 3 more. And then lift up the foot. Oh, that's a challenge. You're going to notice that you're not getting it very far up, at least I'm not. Just depends on how limited you are through the hips and the leg strength. You might find that this is kind of difficult if you're not used to calling in those muscles. So getting the neural connections going and turning on the muscle movement to actually do this might be a bit tricky for you. All right, so coming here, we're going to go into that hip roll. Okay, so you're staying tall and just rolling from side to side. Beautiful. Okay, stand. Grab a drink of water if you need to. Come up into your stand. A nice wide stance, and then you're just going to fold forward at the hips. And here you're going to rock left and right, just opening the hips. So I'm tilting my pelvis, getting long through my left leg here, and then I'm going to tilt to the other side and get long. So you're just teasing again, teasing that inner hip area to open up. Come up tall, and then drop down, hang in the middle, get long through the hamstrings. You're going to feel that uncomfortable stretch through the back of the hamstrings. Some of you might be here, you can't get those knees straight, and if that is, be mindful of that. You want to start to lengthen those hamstrings out. If you are here and you can't get those legs straight, question yourself. Do you get headaches? Do you get back pain? That sort of thing, okay? And drop through the hips, okay? So as you're here, drop through the hips, hang, come hang, and then pull yourself to your left leg, pull yourself down and hang, come back to the middle, drop down, come over to the right, and hang. Oh, that's good. All right, 10 hip hinges, so you're just gonna drop forward, come up. So as you drop forward, folding at the hip, push your tail back, get long through the back of the leg as long as you can, and you're long through the spine, just coming down parallel to the ground and back up. Oh. 3 more of these. Beautiful. Oh, okay. Shake it out. So the hips are getting a lot looser, yes? All right, shake it out, do what you need to do. I'm gonna do some deep squats, but for now, just coming down into your squat, and I want you to, as you come down, I want you to use your left arm. As you come down, lower down, push that left knee out. Rise up, take your right arm, push the right elbow into the right knee, push it out. Come back. So all you're doing is you're trying to widen the gap between where your knees go. Yes? So we're just trying to open up through the range of motion. So you want to move up and down. If you get a sticky spot, just move up and down through that sticky spot a bit. See if you can tease the leg to open up a little bit more, the hip to open up a bit more. Come down. And then coming down into your squat. Hands down on the ground, elbows placed against the inside of the knee, and then let the elbows open up as you lean forward, and then rock left and right. Oh, and come back. Okay, how are we doing, team? All right, so coming into your deep squat, you want to come down to where your feet still stay flat on the ground. It doesn't have to be quick, all right? So come down and just kind of explore where that is, how far you can get down with your feet still flat. Might help if you reach forward or if you hold a weight, that would help you as well, okay? So we're just gonna do 5 nice deep squats. One more. There we go. Get up on the balls of your feet in the back. Knees are under the hips, slightly forward of the hips, okay? So they're not way out here. You're tucking those knees in just a little bit forward. So you've got a nice solid foundation here. Your hands and arms are right in line underneath your shoulders. So they're not spread out and they're not out wide. Right, direct line of pull, of force of gravity right through the arm. Right? And then your beast is going to lift the knees up off the ground and hold. Now as you set yourself into this posture, you're going to push away from the ground. Get a little bit of, so you're pushing your spine to the top of your back rather than sinking and hanging on your ligaments. So push away, tuck in the belly, lift the knees. Okay, that's your beast. All right, hold that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. All right. Now I'm going to show you bear. So bear is downward dog essentially. It's an A-frame posture. So when you're in bear, again, not hanging on your ligaments, you want to push your shoulders away from the ground and get as tall through your tail as you can. Now I'm not a yogi, so I'm always working on fixing my posture. So if you guys see me and you're like, oh, that's not perfect, it ain't. But we want to strive for the good posture, yeah? So your ideal is you get flat in the back, you're not rounding, get flat to the back, push the tail, and push away from the ground. So if I'm not doing that, this is what it looks like. You're kind of sinking towards the ground. Don't do that. Push away, get long, lift through the scapula, and push away. So now we're going to combine beast and bear, okay? I'm going to go from bear down to beast, and then up to bear, and down to beast. All right, let's do that just to kind of get used to the movement. We're going to do this in our workout as well. All right, so when you come down to beast, hold for 2 seconds, and then push up again. Hold for 2, then come down, push away. 2 more times. Last one. Oh, shoulder just went pop. Okay. So exercise density training, as I said, we're going to do heart rate. Now how that works is we've got 4 exercises. We're going to do them for 6 reps each, 4 times through the whole circuit. All right. So it's roughly about 4 minutes of exercise. Right? You just keep moving through the circuit. If you need to, pause, take a break, catch your breath, and then go again. All right. So Cossack squat. Now I'm doing 6 and 6, or 3 and 3. Okay. So Cossack squat. I'll show you the movements, and then we'll get into it. So this is your Cossack squat. You're coming out to the side, come back up, come out to the side. So you're going to get as low as you can in this posture. Stay long through the spine and don't round your shoulders. Don't slump. Keep the collarbones up and lifted as you slide over. So you're going to do 3 and 3 or 6 total alternating sides. Lunge hops. Whew, I'm getting out of breath just showing you. All right. So if you don't want to do lunge hops, you can do just lunges, okay? So here's your lunge, 1, and actually I think we'd be probably just sufficient doing these, but if you want to do lunge hops, go ahead. You're going to change feet if you're doing it one leg. If you're doing it without the lunge, you're going to do, or without the hop, you're going to do 3, and then 3, okay? If you're hopping, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Don't let your knee hit the ground. Plank shoulder taps. Come into your plank. Hands flat on the ground. Tapping the shoulder. Tapping the shoulder. 6 taps. And then you come into your beast. Up to bear. 6 times. Alrighty guys. So, there you go. Cossack squat. 1, 2, 6 lunge hops. Down into your plank. 6 shoulder taps. And beast to bear. Last one. Back up to your Cossack squat. Get as low as you can on these squats. Really feel the strength in this outer thigh as it lowers and raises up. Is that 6? Oh, let's count. Lunge hops. Come into your plank, shoulder taps. Beast to bear.